Today on Vox, we'll have information on the Josh fight and more. Jessica Garrett will have your local weather, and Jay Standridge will have your sports.
It's Wednesday, April 28th, 2021, and you're watching Vox News Today.
Good afternoon and welcome back. I'm Janie Moore.
And I'm Knox Hampton.
A New York City Department of Correction captain is behind bars and charged with negligent homicide after she allegedly watched an inmate kill himself and did nothing. Rebecca Hillman, 38, was charged with negligent homicide in connection with the November 20th, 2020 suicide of Ryan Wilson at the Manhattan Detention Complex. Faced with life or death choice, Hillman, an 8-year-old veteran of the department, showed a callous disregard for life and allowed the man to hang himself.
Angel Ramos Corordes, 19, was arrested at his Riverside home on a charge of animal crushing, a federal crime for causing serious injury that carries up to 7 years in prison if convinced. Ramones Corordes smashed the throat of his dog on February 13th, according to a criminal complaint filed in the U.S. District Court. Ramones Corordes posted a video on Snapchat that showed the dog laying on the floor with a gash in its neck. Ramos said that he felt remorse and had poured rubbing alcohol on the dog. The dog was taken to a veterinarian and euthanized.
A 12-year-old in North Carolina used the downtime he had during the pandemic to take an extra few classes in school. Now, 1 year later, Mike Wimmer of Salisbury, getting ready to graduate high school and college in the same week. Wimmer completed 4 years of high school. In 1 year, 2 years of high school and a 2-year associate's degree. He will graduate from Roman Cabarrus Community College on May 21st and from Concord Academy High School on May 28th, where he is valedictorian. But this wasn't always Wimmer's plan. He said the student was taking dual enrollment classes and realized that at the pace he was going, he just needed a few more classes to get his associate's degree by his high school graduation. He said his GPA at Roman Cabarrus Community College is 4.0, while his high school GPA is 5.45.
Governor Bill Lee has stated that COVID-19 is no longer a health crisis in Tennessee. This means local governments can remove mandates on masks and restrictions. Governor Lee is asking a few counties with restrictions to remove them by Memorial Day. He says with the vaccine becoming more available, it is time to start focusing on economic recovery.
Here is Jessica Garrett with your weather.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
Welcome back, everyone. Now let's take a look at the weather at glance. For the high today is 84. The low today is 64. It's a little bit chilly in the wind, 65. Thursday, your high is 83. Your low is 59. Friday, your high is 75. Your low is 49. Now let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. Wednesday will be cloudy with a high of 84 and a low of 64. Thursday, high of 83 and a low of 59, cloudy. Friday is partly cloudy with a high of 75 and a low of 49. Saturday is mostly sunny with a high of 76 and a low of 54. Sunday is mostly cloudy with a high of 79 and a low of 63. Monday is light showers with a high of 81 and a low of 67. Tuesday, there's scattered thunderstorms with a high of 84 and a low of 65. Now let's look at the local forecast. It's rainy in the area. Now let's take a look at your national radar. It's scattered showers throughout the whole middle and upper United States. Now let's go to Jace with your sports.
I'll have more information on Ronald Acuna and more after this break.
In 1933, Ray Jackson founded Jackson Furniture in the midst of the Great Depression. We opened our doors the day the banks closed theirs. Since then, we have continued to create furniture right here in the USA. We have seen decades of American prosperity, challenge, war, and mind-blowing advancements in science and technology. We have never forgotten the way our company and country began, with perseverance, hope, and hard work. Throughout all of those decades of change, one thing remains consistent. Families love to relax together in a room filled with comfortable furniture. That is where we have been and will always be. From being huddled around a radio to being kicked back in front of a giant flat screen.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at some NBA scores from last night. The Thunder end their losing streak, tying their franchise record of 14 losses in a row, beating the Celtics 119 to 115. The Bucks beat the Hornets 114 to 104. The Trailblazers beat the Pacers 133 to 112. Nets beat the Raptors 116 to 103. The Timberwolves beat the Rockets 114 to 107, and the Mavericks beat the Warriors 133 to 103. Now to MLB scores from last night. The Indians beat the Twins 7-4. Pirates beat the Royals 2-1. Yankees beat the Orioles 5-1. Blue Jays beat the Nationals 9-5. Red Sox beat the Mets 2-1. The Rays beat the Athletics 4-3. The Braves beat the Cubs 5-0. We'll have more on that game later. And the Reds beat the Dodgers 6-5. Bradley baseball scores from last night. The Bears beat East Hamilton 16-4. Also, the tennis team beat East Ridge and Chattanooga Central, as well as the softball team lost to the Saudi Daisy Trojans 6-1. Good luck finding a wall-scraping Ronald Acuna Jr. home run. His latest shot was one of his longest. Acuna smashed a 481-foot solo homer off the Cubs starter Trevor Williams in the 5th inning of the Braves' 5-0 win Tuesday night. It was his longest home run since his 495-foot mammoth shot against the Red Sox last September. The home run was just second longest in the MLB this season, behind only White Sox Yerman Mercedes with a 485-foot shot. Acuna's homer bested the previous second longest blast, produced by Yankees' Giancarlo Stanton by 10 feet. Here's what it looked like courtesy of the Atlanta Braves Twitter. We'll have more news right after this break.
One thing to love about the Tennessee Valley is Bradley Central Show Choir, Vocal Motion. The other thing to love is the local Geico office on Lee Highway.
You could save a lot. You can save a lot. You can save a lot. But how do you know? Unless you call 894-2600.
Got a car? Got a boat? Got a home?
Get a quote.
Alexa, ask Whirlpool. Hey Google, ask Whirlpool. Ask Whirlpool. Ask Whirlpool.
Care can be a handful. That's why our Whirlpool Smart Range helps you care smarter with voice control.
Hey Google, ask Whirlpool to turn off the oven.
Set oven timer for 5 hours. Keep warm. Alexa, ask Whirlpool to preheat the oven to 350.
So life doesn't revolve around your range. Everyday care. Whirlpool.
How are those tonsils, Janie?
I don't have any.
Oh well. Welcome back, Bradley Central. The Josh fight was scheduled for April 24th, 2021. People named Josh came all over the country to fight with pool noodles at a park in Nebraska. A 5-year-old boy named Joshua Wan, nicknamed Little Josh, won the fight against hundreds of other Joshes. This started a meme that has been posted last year by a college student also named Josh Wan.
A potential escape plan being discussed by inmates over the weekend was prevented by the actions of Rutherford County Adult Detention Center deputies. According to a release from the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office, the individuals who spoke of the plan have been identified and placed in isolation. The investigation is ongoing and charges may be pending.
Transportation Security Administration located a loaded gun at a Nashville International Airport checkpoint Monday morning. A release from the TSA states that it happened around 5:30 a.m. at the Nashville Airport. A loaded 9mm handgun with a loaded magazine was detected at a passenger's carry-on bag. TSA alerted airport police, who then took the bag and escorted the passenger's carry-on bag.
25 years ago today, Australia tightened various gun laws to better protect their citizens. The laws rose from a singular gunman that killed 35 people in Tasmania state in a massacre that shocked the state. The country uses this day to celebrate that positive change that could be made to the laws and safety. Residents also take it as a reminder to honor the loss in the shooting and any other loss to gun violence.
Robinson Manufacturing is investing $15 million to expand its operation in Ray County, which will bring 91 new jobs, according to the Tennessee Department of Economic and Community Development. On Tuesday, Robinson Manufacturing manufactures, decorates warehouses, and distributes apparel for customers around the world. Due to increased demand, it has been considered a new warehouse and distribution space at its existing location at 1140 Broadway Street in Dayton.
Major League Baseball is considering expansion fees for $2.2 billion for new franchise. Even though there aren't any plans to expand, the average MLB franchise is valued at $2.2 billion as well. Colorado and Miami paid $95 million each to join in 1993, and Arizona and Tampa Bay paid $130 million to join in 1998. Commissioner Rob Manfred has said possible expansion candidates: Charlotte, North Carolina, Las Vegas, Montreal, Nashville, Tennessee, Portland, Oregon, and Vancouver, British Columbia. We are online at BCHS VOX News. You can check us out on Facebook and, of course, at voxnews.net.
Remind your friends and family to tune in. You can't just get enough of Vox.
That's all we have for you today, Bradley Central. And as always,
God bless and go Bears.